What's up with the Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. Mark Davis, you got to do something. Okay, enough is enough. You have been far too quiet, you have been far too supportive, and you have been far too complicit in the failures of this Raiders franchise. You have single-handedly took a once pristine organization and have driven it into cultural bankruptcy. You, my friend, you, sir, it is on Mark Davis at this point. Hire after hire, you have just been the guy that continues to make bad move after bad move after bad move and never speak up about it. You have got to get to the podium. You have got to get to the front of the congregation and have this conversation with the Raider Nation, because it's time for us to hear you say something other than smarten up, guys, smarten up, guys. No, you smarten up. You need to figure out something. You need to figure out what you can do and what you can't do, because what you can't do is run an NFL organization with any type of competence, okay? Because right now, we just look awful. We look awful from the top to the bottom. You watch the games, we don't look prepared. We don't look like an NFL team. We look like some goddamn jabronis out here, some expansion team that don't know what we're doing, even though we got the talents of Josh Jacobs. We got the talents of Max Crosby. We got the talents of Devontae Adams. And somehow, that is the product that we are subjected to on the field, is what I saw against the damn Chicago Bears with a damn Division II rookie quarterback. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Mark Davis, you coming out here saying you think your head coach is doing a good job? Are you serious? You think your head coach is doing a good job? You got to be kidding me. I don't know what type of crack, meth you are smoking, but you are not seeing things clearly. You are not being objective in this situation, because you want to be one of the good old boys and hire your friends, hire people you think can do the job. You know what the problem is, Mark Davis? You know what the problem is, Mark Davis? You keep trying to recreate something that you can't recreate, okay? You are not your father. You are not the great Al Davis. You do not understand how to take this ship and get it to where it's got to go, because you're trying to recreate everything. No matter how good LeBron James is, he can never recreate Michael Jordan, okay? No matter how great Kobe was, he can never recreate Michael Jordan. There's only one. You cannot recreate the legacy that your father created with the Oakland Raiders, the Los Angeles Raiders. You cannot do that, primarily because you don't know how to do that. You've been given everything. You've been handed everything. So you don't know how to go create your own thing, okay? You don't know how to create a mystique. You don't know how to create a persona. You're trying to live off the old persona of the Raiders, the old mystique of the Raiders, something that does not exist anymore, primarily because you took us out of California and put us into the slots of Vegas. That's not gonna work, my friend. Now stop acting like a jabroni. Get out here in front of a microphone and apologize to the fans that spend so much money, so much of their hard work money, so much of their energy, so much of their time invested into this product that you're putting on the field that does not even stand next to the quality of the other products that are out there in the NFL. You have got to figure it out. My problem is you're just way too quiet about it. You're just way too nonchalant. I see you out there diddy bopping with the Vegas Aces. Yeah, that's cool. That's cute. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. We like that. We support the WN, baby. Goddamn. I am a Raiders fan. And what are you doing for Raider Nation? What are you doing for this fan base? Not a damn thing. Sitting up there telling us to smarten up from the stands while your team is looking trash out there. I could probably hold the Raiders to 20 points, and I'm just a damn high school coach. You got to be kidding me, man. Get Josh McDaniels about it. And I understand that you get a new coach. You want to give him some time on task, time to get his guys in there. But at some point in time, you have got to realize that he's probably just not the guy for the job. I always thought that Josh McDaniels could be a good coordinator. I don't know if he was head coach material, and he has proven that he is not head coach material. Do not let it go any further. The further we go, the worse it's going to get, okay? Those players looked unprepared, uninspired, looked like they weren't even ready to play in a game, like they didn't even know they had a game, okay? And now I'm not taking shots at the players, even though, yes, the players need to play better. Coaches coach, players play. I agree with that 1,000%. But we've already seen these players play well. We've already seen these players make plays. So then I have to go a little step further and look inside and read between the lines, and see what the issues can be that's preventing these players from playing to their utmost abilities. That's got to be the coaches they're playing for. If they're not not being inspired, if they're not feel like they're playing with a purpose, yes, that is on the staff that is leading them. Josh McDaniels is leading us nowhere. We are running into a brick wall at 1,000 miles an hour. What's going to happen? It's going to crumble. Not the wall, us. Our franchise that is barely hanging on. We are hanging on by goddamn dental floss to what the NFL is doing. We are not fast enough. We are not explosive enough. We do not make the plays. We do not hit hard. We do not have a freaking face of the franchise yet. What are we going to do about it? Somebody has got to step up and say, look, this is not the direction this organization needs to go in. And Mark Davis, I just don't feel like you have any idea on how to run an NFL team. This is just not it. Hire after hire, you continue to just put the wrong people in position to be in power. Always looks like we're a step behind. We're a step behind. You want to recreate the old Raiders. You want to recreate the Patriots. Stop trying to recreate everything and go create your own thing. If you don't know how to do that, step your funny looking ass aside and let somebody else do it. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. And that's all I got to say about Mark Davis. Step up, get to the podium, get a microphone and talk to the people because we deserve that much. We deserve to hear from you. The person that's calling all the shots that seem to be just coming out here and giving us nothing. You have got to say something and stop supporting your coach when you don't think he can do well. At the bare minimum, Mark Davis, even if you're not going to fire Josh McDaniels, because I know it might be hard to fire somebody in the middle of the season and have an interim, and then you got all McDaniels guys in there anyway, so it still looks the same. I understand that. But at the bare minimum, just come out and put the mother lover on the hot seat at least. At the bare minimum, Josh McDaniels needs to be put on Front Street. He needs to be put on the hot seat. You need to put him on blast. You need to freaking hold him accountable for the dumb stuff that he's been doing, the terrible job that he's been doing. You have got to hold him accountable publicly. Tired of all this, well, you don't know what they talk about behind closed doors. You're damn right I don't. I don't know what they talk about behind closed doors. But it's time for you to publicly put that man on the hot seat so at least we feel like you understand where we're coming from. I know you don't listen to the fans. I know you don't sit here and take stock market advice from bums that's on the street sleeping with $2 in the pie. I understand all that. But damn, man, we don't have to be NFL aficionados to know that this doesn't look good. And you need to come out here and agree with us because you have to agree that this doesn't look good at this point in time. Now, when we talk about the game that the Bears done just displayed, the inactivity, if that's even a word, whatever it is, we just don't have it. Or whatever it is, we do have it. We look terrible. We look just like we can't beat anybody out there. And I don't know if that's the plan, but you got guys like Max Crosby. You got guys like Devontae Adams. You got Josh Jacobs. You got guys out there who can make plays. And yet we just look so terrible. I have never watched the Raiders game in the last 2 years and say, you know what? That was a really great play design. That was a really great play. I just don't see the creativity in the playbook offensively. I don't see the creativity in the playbook defensively. Right? Marcus Peters, I told you about Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters at one time was a great player. He is no longer a great player. He is no longer a great player. I tried to tell you that when we signed him. You thought he was going to be the savior of the secondary. He is not. He can't be. He's just a little past his prime. So I don't know. The expectations have to match up with reality. But the reality is this Raiders team is just not very good. And they're actually probably better than they look, but they're not being led. They're not being coached. They're not being inspired. And you have to move on from the people in power if that's the situation you're getting. These are grown men. These are millionaires. These are not little kids that you're just going to go in there and tell them, oh, this and this and that. No, the players want to respect coaches. You have to give them something to respect. All right, let me say that again. Players want to respect coaches. Players want to believe in leadership. But as a coach, you have to give them something to respect, and you have to give them some type of leadership that they can follow. You have to do that. If you don't set that precedent early, the players are just going out there playing for themselves, and there's not much you can do about that. As a head coach, you have got to get these players to believe in your system. You have to get these players to run through a wall for your system. But at the same time, in order to do that, you have to give them some type of purpose. You have to give them some type of reason to believe, some type of reason to think that they should run through that wall for you. You have not provided that, Josh McDaniels, because every time you lose, you get in front of the damn microphone and you blame everybody else. You take zero accountability. No, I don't know. What I do know is you need to go. That's what I do know. But if you're not going to go, I appreciate if you have to keep standing because your seat is too damn hot to sit. That is the bare minimum. I don't even have a recap of the game. The game looked horrible from top to bottom. When I saw us on that first drive, we were forcing the ball to Devontae Adams. I wasn't complaining. I knew what time it was. But then we go out there and miss that field goal. I also knew what time it was. Raiders defense, they didn't play horrible. They just didn't get as much stops as they could. Offense done gave up a touchdown, I believe. So it just was an awful day at the office for us. So I want you guys to get down in the comments and voice your opinions, man. Do you think Josh McDaniels needs to go? Do you think he should just be on the hot seat? Do you think Mark Davis needs to go? I understand Mark Davis is not going to sell the team, but damn, Mark Davis has got to be feeling some of the pain that we as fans are feeling, us as supporters are feeling. He's got to feel some of that, and if he doesn't, then he's not really Raider material anyway. Get down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the video. You like the content on this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Blue check Poppy's in the building. Until next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.